Welcome along to this F1 Clash 2024 season look ahead as we go through and have a look at the changes that Hutch have teased or are currently teasing ahead of the new season. Now, you're probably a little bit fed up of the 2023 season, and that's normal having been here for around nearly 12 months, depending on when these videos go out. So everyone's looking forward to a bit of a refreshment, some decent changes, some good improvements. Well, that is certainly what we all crave and we all want to see from Hutch for this season ahead. We're approaching the last couple of weeks now of this 23 season, and I know everybody is itching to know what are Hutch planning. So we're going to use these videos. We're going to use the same introduction. So bear with me if you're watching this. It's not the same video as you may have watched before, or if this is the first one, it's the first time you're going to be doing it. But we're going to be having a look at all the new changes and updates that are coming for the 2024 season as and when Hutch allow us / release their information. So stick with me as we go through the F1 Clash 2024 changes and we have a look to see what we can spot. So here we go then. It is time to release a manufacturer / supplier for the F1 Clash 2024 season of your components. Now we've got this plain simple blue and yellow F1 Clash 2024 teaser. And we're going to go and dive in to see what the stats and the parts that are available in this one. So introducing Scout Sport. Early impressions, Scout Sport, not my cup of tea. They sound pretty cheap, don't they? Pretty basic. Scout Sport. Where's the creativity in that? Maybe they're scouting out the other teams to find out how they can go better. It is the 2024 components of Scout Sport, and we're going to find out what goodies are behind the images of what we could potentially use on our cars. So, first up, prove me wrong, Scout. Please prove me wrong. We're seeing these for the first time as well. Here we go. First up, we have a common Series 1. A common Series 1 we're kicking off with. This is going to be one of the first parts you potentially unlock when you start your F1 Clash 2024 season. It is called the Synergy. It is an engine, and let's look at those stats. So when it's maxed, speed 11, power unit 9. One of the biggest changes that we've seen so far. Reliability has been removed and it has been replaced with qualifying. So it still remains to be seen, is that included on the driver still, or just now the car? But this stat has 11 on the qualifying at max. We have got 12 cornering for Synergy, average pit time of 0.72, so that pit time seems fairly slow. Now, what do we expect from a common Series 1? Probably not a lot. Probably going to be used just to get a part on your car and then quickly disowned. But the Synergy makes up your common Series 1. What do we got then? We have got a common Series 3. It is called the Spire rear wing from Scout Sport. That is the most basic rear wing I have ever seen. How the hell does that even stay on a car? Maybe we'll see it fall off as we go down the Côte Peau Rouge and down the straight. Jesus, that is basic. I think I was right calling this Scout Sport pretty basic. Oh dear. The Spire then, rear wing common Series 3. So speed 12, power unit 13, qualifying 13, and cornering 14 with an average pit time of 0.48. So early indications seem that Scout is pretty basic. Scout Sport, that is. And it seems like their stats are fairly balanced across all 4 categories, but that might still mean that they're usable. We don't know what Hutch are planning. Let's not write off Scout Sport just yet. Next up, we have this baby. We have the Nexus. It is a suspension. It's another low one. It's a common Series 2. Obviously, we had to release the commons the poor parts at some point, and I think we've well and truly found them now. We have the Nexus Suspend. This is what it basically feels like to be Alpine at the start of the 2024 season. Sorry, Alpine fans. We have got Nexus. It is Common Series 2, Speed 11, Power Unit 14, Qualifying 11, with Cornering at 10. So again, very low, very balanced stats with a 0.55 pit time. Now, we're about halfway through these parts. Surely for Scout Sports' stake in the game, they've surely got some decent parts somewhere. Surely they've got to do something right. I mean, on evidence, doesn't look like it, but they could change. Next one up is the Equinox. The Equinox. Why? I mean, surely if Scout Support can't create anything that's decent parts, they can't give them good names. This should just be called Gearbox. I mean, they've spent longer creating their names than they have their parts. What are they doing? It is the Equinox Gearbox. Common again, Series 1. Yeah, we have found our budget. You know how you get all them supermarkets, then you get your budget supermarket. This is our budget F1 Clash supplier by the looks of it. So, Common Series 1, max stats, speed 10, power unit 12, qualifying 9, cornering 11. That is very, very basic with an average pit stop time of 0.65. So these are all going to be early parts that we will use, and I think we will quickly get rid of. So I think we've got 2 parts left. Now, usually, if the other videos have come out, they get a bit better at this stage. We tend to see a nice one. Will Scout Sport knock it out the park? Let's find out, shall we? So next part up is a Common Series 1. Oh, I feel bad. I feel bad for Scout Sport. I feel bad for anybody who's going to have to run these long term. I mean, hopefully, I don't think we will, but Jesus, it had to come out at some point. Scout Sport is the poor man and ladies F1 Clash team. It is a Common Series 1, the stabilizer. I mean, that's what we get on our bicycles. I can probably see why they've called it that, because this is how you learn your racing. I get it, Hutch. I get your method of thinking. Everyone needs stabilizers on their bike to start, so we call it the stabilizer. It is a speed of 11. We've got a power unit of 9, a qualifying of 12, and a cornering of 11 with a very sluggish pit time of 0.69. So, yeah, I mean, this has been backed up the whole way through Scout Sport so far. They're very basic. They're all fairly low levels. They're all pretty averaging out across the board, very consistent, very balanced parts. All going to be where we learn, but we have got one more part left. Can the Scout Sport have that one part which is better than everybody else? We're about to find out as we go into our last part. Come on, last part. From Scout Sport, here we go. Will it be bronze? Because bronze are the good ones? No. They've got nothing good. Get me a job. Even I could fix that, and I have nothing. This one is called the Glide because you'll be gliding nowhere with this part. It is a front wing, it is a common, and it is Series 1. So the Glide is your final part from Scout Sport. I mean, they look terrible. It is speed of 11. It is a power unit of 12. Qualifying of 11, cornering of 10, very balanced setup again, with a very slow average pit time of 0.72. There's nothing good. There is nothing good in Scout Sport 2024 components, unless, I mean, we're all going to use them at one point, but we're going to quickly get rid of them at the same time. Let me know down below in the comments, what do you think of the mighty Scout Sport? Yeah, they're not very mighty. Let me know down below, what do you think? That is the Scout Support manufacturer complete for the 2024 components.